Now, where we stand from these three perspectives is we've seen sort of us transforming from a machine with software into higher abilities of the machine with software. Now, I want to just add to this one more dimension. And that dimension is a real dimension today. Okay, it's already there. And what is that dimension? Today, we have situations where we are actually embedding chips into humans, right? We are embedding chips into humans. And therefore, by embedding those chips into humans, we are enhancing the ability of the humans. So we are creating superhumans. We've already created superhumans. So the first question is, are superhumans to be considered as natural beings? Question number one. These are questions that are being asked today in law. Number two, a very important question that we'll need to answer, that suppose today you embed a chip in me and that chip stays with me through my life. What's going to happen? My biological system will mutate over time. And therefore my progeny will be a progeny which is not what I was, but what I am because of this particular thing which has come in. So the question that comes in the new progeny, my new progeny, right? What will be their legal status? So you have mutated humans with AI intelligence embedded in them because I had AI embedded things in me. That's the second part. And therefore, what will be the composition of society in the future? In a room like this, 10 years down the line, you will have natural humans, you will have mutated humans with AI intelligence built into them, you will have machines, you will have machines which are embedded very strongly with human qualities. So you will have a mix of all of that. That's going to be the evolving society. And if that's the evolving society, our law, the whole concept of governance of society will be very different. And therefore the laws will have to be different. So the first question that will come about in view of this is what is going to be the jurisprudence in that sort of a composition of society. It was interesting, a few years ago, I visited a very close friend of mine who is called sort of the father of humanoids in the world. His name is Professor Ishiguro. I don't know how many of you have heard of Professor Ishiguro. Professor Ishiguro is a very interesting man. He is in Kyoto University. He creates humanoids. He has been creating robots for umpteen years, but he's been creating these humanoids. You can put his name in the net and you will get umpteen things in the YouTube about him. One of the things which I myself experienced about something about 6-7 years ago was he created a humanoid which looks just like him. And would you believe it that the entire face and the skin and everything is identical to him? To the extent that when he smiles and the robot smiles, you can't differentiate between the two smiles. To that extent. And I can refer to you a thing in the YouTube, but I've actually seen it. What you will see in the YouTube, it's a very interesting scene. Where you have Professor Ishiguro sitting here, you have this humanoid sitting here, cross-legged. You have two students sitting there. The two students are asking questions to the humanoid. The humanoid is answering in Japanese. And the question the humanoid can't answer, it turns to the professor and says, "Sir, please answer." Now, that's the advancement that has taken place. And if you see them, the whole technology evolving is now putting into all these, with all the sensors and everything, trying to now put into it certain human feelings. And therefore some of the products that Ravi was talking about, today you actually have in the United States and some other places some products which can actually substitute a babysitter, which hears the child crying and makes all sorts of things and tries to pacify the child. I forget the name of this particular product, but maybe in the audience somebody will remember those names, like Alice and many other names that are there for such products. Now, having got this, the question that I'm going to raise, and that question is that 10 years down the line, just 10 years down the line, 1 decade down the line, what will be the definition of human? Definition of human is going to get blurred. And therefore, if the definition of human gets blurred, all the laws everywhere will all get blurred. Therefore, we'll have to go into a completely different frame. And therefore, the first question which you may like to address, first from the panelists and then from anyone in the audience, because this is a completely open subject. And that is, the question which I want to bring in is that if the concept of human itself is going to be questionable, then in the framework of intellectual property rights, who is the innovator? Who is the creator? Any thoughts? Ravi.